welcome. As you can see from my thumbnail, today's video is going to be all about the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. Yeah, I actually ordered this express before I went on a trip because I was going to actually try to do a review on the beach because I thought that would be challenging and entertaining. But unfortunately it didn't come in time, so we're doing it now. There's my heater. But I am excited all the same about this. I like the vibes of this. I really do. So this was a sort of, I guess, mashup of the Glam palette, which is very neutral, cool, and the mini retro, which actually I think is sort of a little more similar to this because it's more colorful. But anyway, let's open this up. I noticed right away this palette's a little heavier than the rest. And it's a little thicker, like it's almost, the box is like pushed fuller from it. That doesn't make any sense, but it has this like plastic bit on the top. It's actually really cool. It's really pretty. I like it. Very cool. And looks like so. So yeah, very pretty. I think, again, it's much more similar to this than, I'm not quite sure where that comes in. Because this just seems like a very neutral palette to me. Or natural colors. Anyways, I'm not sure if I want to do some comparison swatches. We'll see how this goes. I straightened my hair today. Which is weird because I have like stick straight hair, but I was on a plane yesterday and so it was all crimped. And so I actually straightened my hair, maybe for the first time in my life. And I like the way it turned out. Yeah, but like my ears are sticking out the sides. I'm digressing a lot. Anyways, I'm excited to be back here with y'all doing some makeup for YouTube. So let's get into these swatches. I haven't touched this yet, but there are 15 shades. I'm gonna leave this actually covered because it just looks better in the viewfinder. Okay, so, wow, I'm a little overstimulated. I'm very excited to try this palette. All right, so let's just get started with the swatches. Let's go into Flare. I can't read these. Jazzy. Oscar. Wow, these feel really nice. And Evergreen. And we'll put those swatch. Ooh, yes. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow. Okay, I think those swatched really well. Dang. That evergreen color. Beautiful. Going into Marlin. I really love, oh, yes, yes, yes. See this, okay, wait, Maxi. This really is more when the original retro palette came out, this is what I was expecting. And so I'm very excited to try this out. All right, Sage. And Holly. Yeah, these pastels and the greens and sort of salmon colors. Oh, yes, 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 yes. It's funny, I was almost on the fence about getting this one too, just because I've been trying not to buy a lot of makeup lately. So that's those. Wow. And the original retro palette that I just mentioned, I thought I would show you in case you are new to Natasha Denona. This was the original retro palette. I mean, I don't know why I'm putting it in quotes, but this was called retro. And I don't know, this definitely gives me more more retro vibes. So moving on with the swatches. Okay, fringe. I have fringe. It's not quite 60s fringe, but that's fine. And then this, what is that called? Faye. I like that shade. Flutter. Looks like that's gonna be beautiful. Ooh, these feel really nice. Ooh. And Lucy. It's gonna be an awesome transition shade, I think, for moi. Okay. There's a car alarm going off. Hopefully that was just someone hitting their key fob or something and not someone getting broken into. All right, so there's those. Oh my goodness, these shimmers are looking mighty pretty. Wow. Okay. And last but not least, we have 3 more shades. This is Palladian. Soft. Ooh, shiny. Not shiny, bright. That's, there's just something about that. Okay. And this like very salmon color. Belle. And Oz. That's exciting. Okay. So, okay. I try very hard not to watch reviews so that I can try to be very impartial, because I do tend to be easily swayed by opinions and things. But I try not to watch reviews, but I did see like the thumbnail of a review that was kind of like, I'm not impressed or whatever. And I was like, oh no. But so far, based on these swatches, so beautiful. So I guess let me read these off. So starting here is Flare, Jazzy, Oscar, Evergreen, Marlin, Maxi, Sage, Holly, Fringe, it's a good pastel, Faye, Flutter, Lucy, Palladian, Belle, and Oz. That shimmer, yes. That reflectiveness. That is spectacular. Oh, yes. Okay. Quite excited. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything that we want to swatch that looks like it could be similar. As far as I know, these are all new shades, but I did not look into it. To be honest, I am not seeing anything that looks similar, so I'm going to not, and I'm not sure here either. I really don't think that there are any duplicate shades, so we're gonna move on and do a look. And I think I'm going to try to take some inspo from some of these photos here. That I looked up earlier, so I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants actually at this point, but I'm going to try to do that type of look. I tried to do my eyebrows a little bit rounder today because that seemed to be the style at the time, but I didn't try too hard. I just kind of made them look as natural as I could, I guess. All right, let's see. And actually I'm going to put some clips in my hair today. I have put this Anastasia Beverly Hills primer on and put the Pat McGrath under eye powder on that. And starting out, I'm going to take Lucy and I'm just gonna put that all over and well into this, because I sort of have an idea for what I want to do, I think. Well, I say that, and it might not. So that is a perfect kind of beginning shade for my particular skin tone, just as like a base. All right. Now, I'm going to take a much thinner brush, and I'm just gonna go for this. Let's try this evergreen color. I think I'm really gonna lean on the greens today. It'll just go with my outfit better, and I'm excited about them. All right, and those looks seemed very rounded, so I'm gonna go pretty far in. It seems like that's sort of the thing, and make like an arch here. Maybe we'll pull that out just for my eye shape. If you have, if you don't have as deep set eyes, you can probably do more of a round arc. I'm gonna have to go straight a little bit here because of my hoods and my deep set eyes, but can you tell I'm a little nervous? All right. I'm gonna take more on the brush. I'm not sure if this is quite the right brush for this, but I'm also going with a very light hand. Oh, it's just not very round. Try to round that out a little bit. Okay, I want that darker and deeper, so I want to take a thinner, more of a pencil-y type brush. There we go. And I'm going to go into Jazzy and put that right in sort of the center of that line that I just did. Okay, I think this is working for me. I'm going to take a little more of that evergreen shade and just sort of and go back over that with Jazzy. This is definitely a very different kind of look than I usually do. Oh, it's fun though. Okay, I'm gonna take Sage, shade right here, and I'm gonna put that all over that underneath bit, kind of as like a base for what I'm gonna do next. All the way to the inner corner. Ooh, this is a good pastel shade. It's really showing up well. And it's like applying, I'm barely having to do anything. It's great. Okay. Fun. All right. So now with my pinky going into this very shiny metallic shade Marlin, and putting that all over my lid. I think it's not showing up quite as metallic on my eye as it was in the swatch, but maybe that's because I put the matte under it. It's pretty, but I don't know, it's not giving me the like, wow, that I felt before. So we're gonna amp that up a bit with, hopefully, this Palladian. I'm hoping that does the trick. And I'm going to do that right on top of all of that. Yeah, it brightens it up a bit. I like that better. All right, for the lower lash line, I think I'm going to use this Sage shade again. It kind of fell down here anyway, which is fine. It's gonna have like a halo of this greenish blue all around my eye. All right. And let's see how Flutter works for an inner corner shade. I have a feeling I might want to use a highlighter for this too, but we'll see. I feel like these are very easy to work with, and they look sort of more elegant than they do like flashy. Because that works, but it's not way in your face, I think. I don't know, we'll see. So let's see. What else do I want to do here? I think probably I'm going to use Fringe, this lighter pastel, for like a brow highlight, brow bone highlight. And I do want that to be shinier. So I'm going to put Palladium over that one as well. I don't have a lot of space here, so we're doing what we can. All right, and then I'm gonna take a smaller, just smaller, pointier brush and go into Oz and put that over this line to just hint it toward a little bit more green. All right. So now kind of for the scary part. I want to do sort of a liner underneath with that evergreen as shadow. Or should I just use an eyeliner? I think we should try to use evergreen. This might be a mistake. Liner brush. I'm gonna get it wet with just a little like wipe. I don't think this is gonna go well. I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't think that's gonna be dark enough. Don't think that's gonna be deep enough. Okay, maybe it's dark enough. I think this brush is probably not thin enough, but I'm gonna just do what I can. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let's try the top now. With my hood, this might be a little interesting. Yeah, my A shape is not quite right for this. It's kind of fun though. All right, now I need to put something in the waterline, and I grabbed a bunch of eyeliners for this. So let's see what I have come up with. You know, I think white is just gonna be the thing. I guess maybe a light pink would be fun, but I'm gonna go with white. And maybe actually take that out here. Again, my eye shape is a little funny for this, but I'm gonna make it work. Just give me a little more contrast. There's also like a difference between, you know, real life and like editorial makeup. Like this wouldn't be a great editorial look, but I'm trying to make it as flattering as possible within the style that I'm trying to do for my eye shape, like actually moving around, making facial expressions. And I think it'll work for that. Oh, that is not ideal. These are great when they're great, these Colourpop pencils, but they do break really, or the cream gel liners, but they do break really easily, and some of them dry out really fast, and some of them will last a couple years, so I don't know what that's all about. I'm gonna take like a dark kind of bronze and just fill in my lashes on top. And sort of tight line up there. I actually think if I had brown liner that would look, or brown mascara that would look really great, but I don't really have brown. I have like a berry brown, which isn't what I'm looking for. So I'm literally just filling in like the base of my lashes, so it's not, so you don't see any flesh tone there. Okay, I think this is gonna work. I think with lashes or mascara, this is gonna work. So I'm gonna do that off camera and do the rest of my makeup, my other eye. We'll see. We'll see how I did. We might have to adjust some things. Okay. Okay, so this is the final look, and I totally forgot to mention that I added a lot more white here, and I think I put some here as well. But definitely on the outsides, I added a lot more white, so I wanted to mention that. It's fun. It's not exactly what I set out to do, and I think it's a little bit messy, like user error-y, if you will. But I don't hate it. It's kind of fun, and yeah, I just put a ton of this highlighter on. I love this highlighter quad, by the way. And I think that sort of helped my situation. And I did kind of a bronzy contour thing, which made me, I think, look a little bit more retro. Anyways, this is my interpretation of how to use the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. I'm gonna play around with this a lot more and try, you know, some of the more pinky shades and whatnot. Here's the thing. Anything I don't like about this look, I feel like was user error. Except for, or not user error, just, it was easy to work with. This was super, super easy to work with. Every shade that I used worked really well. The one thing that I was a little bit disappointed by is I thought that I just thought they were gonna pack a little more punch based on these swatches. And I feel like they didn't deliver kind of what I wanted them to. They're really beautiful, but more subtle. So I think if you're sort of like me and you're used to the indie shadows, like Terra Moons or Cleona, or, you know, those Touch of Glam, those types of like single shadows, I think you might be disappointed by this. And maybe that was what like I said, I didn't see the review, but I saw like a thumbnail that said, you know, not what I was expecting, or something like that, or just, you know, underwhelmed or something. And maybe that's what they were talking about. As far as everything just being really easy to use and blending and that, this worked wonderfully. I really liked it in that way. So that's really positive. If you wanted to do a look like this, I mean, I suppose you can kind of, I think with a better brush, I could have gotten these lines a little bit tighter, and maybe shaped it a little bit differently. Like I said, I don't have a great eye shape to do a lot on my eyes, but of course I try anyway because I just want to have fun with it. But I think maybe using an eyeliner, like a liquid eyeliner, might work better for this. I don't know. Maybe it kind of works. Might add lashes too. Those like super thick lashes. In fact, should I do that? Maybe I'll try that. Okay, one second. Okay, these weren't exactly the lashes that I was thinking, but I do think they kind of worked. These are just Ardell 106s. So yes, I would say the lashes helped. Yeah, again, I like this palette. I really do. I think it has a nice range actually of light to deep, at least for my skin tone. I can't speak to any other skin tones. And I'm pretty light, so it worked really well for me. I do feel like these lighter two mattes, especially, I think it was this one, were really opaque. In fact, both of them were. They were very opaque, and I liked that. That was really nice. I really like the color scheme on this. I'm more excited about this than I was the original retro palette. It kind of gives more of that 60s vibe. Maybe verging on a little bit of 70s too, but pretty 60s. I like it. I think it's fun. I think if you were thinking of picking it up and you like this color scheme, you will probably enjoy this palette. I didn't like the, what's her big palette? The Trio Chrome. I wasn't as into that one. I felt like the lighter pastel-y shades didn't show up as well, and I feel like these did. Yeah, I think it's a solid palette. I really do. I don't know that my look is particularly solid, but the palette is solid. So yeah, definitely made for a fun makeup experience, and I do want to play with it more and see what else I can come up with. Yeah, I liked this one. I do. I guess I'm just going on and on now. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you to my subscribers. You're always so sweet, and I really enjoy your comments, hearing what you think about palettes, different opinions and things that you have on palettes and makeup in general. I do enjoy hearing that, so definitely leave a comment if you have any thoughts or opinions about this palette, and I will hope to see you all in the next video. Hope you're having a great week. Bye.